Hi guys and welcome to the Yaris GR. This is of course the WRC homologation special, and it's probably the best thing to come out of 2020, to be honest. It's not only the best car Toyota has ever made, it's just a very good car, period. So what do we have? We have a small hot hatch with around 260 horsepower. It of course depends on the market you're gonna buy the car. In Estonia, the car has 192 kilowatts, which is roughly 257 horsepower. Absolutely more than enough for a small car like this. Yeah, you do not need more power, because this thing is actually quite scary. It gives you so much confidence. You can see what the weather is like. It's been snowing all day long for a couple of days now, and it's just perfect GR weather, really. Especially for Estonians, this is a very special car, because in 2019 TOYOTA, our great rally driver, won the WRC championship, and this is basically the next generation of the previous car he won the race with. But actually it's a really sad homologation story, because the coronavirus really affected rally and the championship in total. So Toyota planned to use this type of car in a 2021 WRC, but due to many reasons they cancelled it. So they built this one-off basically rally car for the road to build a WRC car. So they have to build 25,000, no, they don't have to, they can build now. They can build 25,000 of these absolutely amazing machines, and actually Toyota has stated that interest is so high that they probably will build even more than that. So good job Toyota. I watched the rally in 2019, and this is basically me sitting behind Tanak's car and driving on the road, because this is what it is actually. It's a four-wheel drive car. You can split power front to back. In normal mode it's 60% in the front, 40 in the back. In sport mode it's 30-70, and in track mode it's a perfect 50-50 distribution. We have a roundabout here, so it's really slippery here, so as you saw right there, I am currently in expert mode. Expert mode means that it lets you slip quite a bit actually, but when things get really out of control, it steps in and says, wait a second, you're not Tanak, you really aren't. Of course you can turn it all off, and then the car behaves like a true rally car. And one thing I especially like about this setup is that if you are in normal mode and push the traction control button once, it only disengages the traction control. Stability is on. But if you are in sport or track mode and you push it once, you don't have to hold it for 10 seconds or something like that. Just push it once and it's in expert mode, and basically you can drift all day long without a problem. You also have two more buttons here. One is to deactivate the auto stop start. It should be off all the time actually, and the second one is, the third one is for your auto blip, I mean rev matching. So if you are in fifth gear and you release the clutch, it will rev match the car, so it will match the engine speed with the gearbox speed. I like to do it manually myself. I think I want to stop somewhere, but I don't see any stopping points whatsoever. Or maybe enter a back road. That would be fun. It hits the rev limiter so nicely. It's like a really special rally car. Wait, I can't drive this fast here. You will be all wobbly. I think you are. I'm sorry for the wobbles. I really am. Well, not really. Look at the corners coming up. Woohoo! If I had balls, I would really enjoy this back road. Choppy road, choppy road, choppy road. So let's quickly talk about what this car is like on the interior. I'm gonna slow right down because otherwise you will not see a thing, I think. So on the interior you get these nice Alcantara sport seats, a very nice gear shifter. It's a short shifter and it feels absolutely amazing. I think it's one of the best shifters, period. Only one car I think is probably better, and it's the Civic Type R, but this is not very far behind. It really is not. What else? What else? Cheap materials, no surprise there. So plastics here and there, it's all fine. In a car like this, I'm not gonna say it doesn't need anything more. It just really doesn't. Actually, what I would prefer is to get a, you know, nicer dial, because this is a simple 2-dial layout, and you get this red needle and white background, a small screen in the middle, but it really is too simple for my liking. I think it should have been more out there. In the middle console, it's a typical Yaris, so a screen, you really don't need a screen in this car because all you do is drive. And really I can't fault the system as well, because it has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you just use Waze and Google Maps and stuff like that, so you don't need to use the, let's say, mediocre system of Toyota's. Sound system is fairly decent, but you don't really listen to it because of course the car sounds very good on the interior. In the outside it's crap. It really is, because there is no sound whatsoever. Some pops and bangs would have gone a long way, I think. But yeah, aftermarket exhaust exists, and if you don't want to do that, you can just chop off the muffler, so it will be basically a rally car. That would probably be something I would do. One thing I really do not like, and I actually immediately noticed, is that this thing right here, your handrest, where you put your elbow, it's ridiculously hard, and actually it really bothers me. Would it really have been that hard to put some bolstering here? It's covered in Alcantara, but Alcantara is on plastic, so it's really hard. It's just stupid. Steering wheel is nice. I think it's very nicely proportioned. It's 3-spoke, very small, easy, quick steering rack, by the way. And although I'm in winter times, I cannot comment on the preciseness of this car because there is none on these winter tires and these winter roads, but it really does feel very nice. Now on the exterior, this car looks very good. I'm not gonna talk about the design because you all know it's chopped roof, completely different body style. It's not a Yaris anymore, it's 3 doors rather than 5 doors. It has a carbon fiber roof, by the way, which is wrapped, and if you de-wrap it, it's a exposed carbon fiber look, just like a Lamborghini Aventador. No wait, Aventador, I think it was a Huracan. Huracan, Performante, yeah. Performante had exposed carbon fiber and it really looks gorgeous, gorgeous. 18-inch wheels, very nice design, beautiful wheels. Boot is, yeah, it's a decent size GT4 logo here. It fits my camera gear nicely. You don't expect it to, you know, hold many suitcases though. 2 real exhaust pipes, they both are real, so good there. As I mentioned, the flare wheeled arches, just look at these arches, how good are they? Moving in the front, you get LED headlights as standard, a very nice sporty looking bumper, and these LED fog lights as well. It's a small car, it really is a small car. You have to stand near it to understand how small it really is, but yeah, it really is a small car. I'm not gonna sit in the back, but I'm gonna show it to you because I'm lazy and I couldn't be bothered. But yeah, yesterday I took my 3 friends for a drive, and actually they could sit in the back if they had to. Not for a long time, but they could. Oh, one more thing, it also has keyless entry, and if you touch the handle it closes, mirrors fold in, and it opens. To start the car, you just push this GR button. Very nice. There really are no bad color choices. A black one, I saw one in the dealership, it just looks so menacing. White one, of course, is classic Toyota rally car. This car is red, not a bad color as well, so you really can't go wrong with the colors. Now pricing, I think it's around 32,000 euros. And if you add the track pack, it's around 4,000 euros on top of that, so it's rather an expensive car. But do not look at, I'm sorry, these are just so nice roads, but you cannot look at this car as a expensive hot hatch. This car will hold up its value so well. I'm gonna, you know, make a statement. In 20-30 years this will be double the price it is right now. This is a special WRC car. Just look at the, you know, special Imprezas, Delta Integrales, Audi Quattros, Evolutions even. They're going up in value like crazy, and I expect this car to do exactly the same actually. The flared wheel arches at the back, every time you look at the rear view mirror you see these flared wheel arches, and they're just screaming, push it, push it, push it. So yeah, this is a absolutely perfect car if you enjoy driving. And equipment is good as well actually. I haven't talked about the equipment, but you get adaptive cruise control, backup camera, heated seats, heated steering wheel, climate control, Apple CarPlay. What else do you need really? Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for watching. This is a special car, and thank you Toyota Estonia for letting me drive it. I guess that's it. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.